The league just shifted on its axis. Everything we thought we knew about the Western Conference hierarchy just got thrown out the window. And while Lakers Nation has been celebrating one of the most successful seasons in recent memory, something happened across the Bay that's going to fundamentally change our championship aspirations. I'm talking about a seismic shift that nobody saw coming. A move that's going to dominate every conversation for the next 6 months. And yes, it directly impacts us. Welcome to Lakers News Fan Report, your premier destination for breaking news, insider analysis, and all the latest updates on our beloved Los Angeles Lakers. I'm here to give you the unfiltered truth about what's happening in the league and how it affects our championship pursuit. Before we get into what just transpired, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell because you need to be plugged in for every single development. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Now let's talk about the earthquake that just hit the NBA. There are moments in sports that define eras, moments where the competitive landscape transforms overnight, moments where franchises make bold decisions that either catapult them to dynasty status or set them back years. We've seen it before. We saw it when LeBron James came to Los Angeles. We saw it when we pulled off the unthinkable and acquired Luka Doncic from Dallas. Those moves changed everything. They shifted the balance of power. They made us instant championship contenders. And now, another franchise just made a move of that magnitude, a move that's going to force Rob Pelinka and the entire Lakers organization to reassess everything. Let me set the stage for you. Milwaukee has been in turmoil. Ever since they made the controversial decision to waive Damian Lillard, the writing has been on the wall. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the most dominant players in NBA history, has been stuck on a team going nowhere. A two-time MVP, a finals MVP, a generational talent who's been wasting his prime years on a franchise that couldn't build a sustainable winner around him. The trade speculation has been relentless. Every team with championship aspirations has been monitoring the situation. Every general manager in the league has been running scenarios on how to acquire him. And we've been right there in the mix. Dwight Howard, our former champion, has been vocal about wanting Giannis in a Lakers uniform. He's been tweeting about it. He's been manifesting it. When Giannis suffered that calf strain on Wednesday, Dwight literally told him to take his time recovering because the Lake Show needs him. He posted about imagining a big three of Giannis, Luka, and LeBron with fire emojis. The basketball world was salivating at that possibility. Can you imagine? The Greek freak protecting our paint, catching lobs from Doncic and James, bringing his defensive intensity and championship experience to Crypto.com arena. It would have been the most dominant front court in NBA history. We've been analyzing the feasibility, we've been crunching the numbers, we've been discussing what it would take to pull off such a blockbuster move. The salary matching alone would be a nightmare. Giannis makes between $54 and $62 million per season under his current contract. We'd have to gut significant portions of our roster. Rui Hachimura would likely be gone. Austin Reeves, as much as we love him, would probably have to be included. Multiple future draft picks would need to be on the table. The luxury tax implications would be staggering, but for a player of Giannis's caliber, for a chance to create a super team that could dominate for years, it would be worth considering. That's what we've been telling ourselves. That's what the entire Lakers community has been debating. But here's where the story takes a turn that nobody expected. While we were busy calculating trade packages and dreaming about what could be, another team was actually getting it done. The Golden State Warriors, our rivals across the Bay, the franchise that's been our biggest obstacle for the past decade. They just confirmed the acquisition of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let that sink in for a moment. The Warriors, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, together, on the same team, in our conference, in our division. This is not a drill. This is not speculation. This is reality. And it changes absolutely everything about the Western Conference landscape. Think about what the Warriors just became. You have Steph Curry, still one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, still capable of taking over games with his otherworldly range. You have Giannis, a physical specimen unlike anything we've seen, capable of dominating both ends of the floor. The pick-and-roll possibilities are endless. The defensive versatility is terrifying. The championship experience between those two is undeniable. This isn't like the Brooklyn experiment with Durant, Kyrie, and Harden that fizzled out. This is two players whose games complement each other perfectly. Let me break down why this is so devastating from a Lakers perspective. We've built our entire identity around having the best duo in basketball, with LeBron and Luka. We've surrounded them with complementary pieces. We've developed a system that maximizes their unique skill sets. We've been the favorites coming out of the West. But now? Now we're facing a Warriors team that just leapfrogged us in the championship conversation. Giannis solves every single problem Golden State had. Their interior defense, which has been suspect, just became elite. Their rebounding, which has been inconsistent, just became dominant. Their ability to get easy baskets in transition, which they've always been good at, just reached another stratosphere. And here's the part that should concern every Lakers fan. The Warriors didn't have to completely gut their roster to make this happen. They've been stockpiling assets for years. They've been developing young talent. They've been positioning themselves for exactly this type of opportunity. When Milwaukee finally decided to move Giannis, Golden State had the ammunition to get it done without sacrificing their core infrastructure. They still have shooting. They still have depth. They still have championship DNA. And now they have a legitimate MVP-caliber big man to anchor everything. This forces us to ask some uncomfortable questions about our own situation. Are LeBron and Luka enough to compete with Curry and Giannis? LeBron is still playing at an incredibly high level, but he's going to be 40 years old. Father Time is undefeated. How many more championship-level seasons does he have left? Luka is a generational talent, an MVP candidate every single year. But can he carry the offensive load against a Warriors team that can now match our firepower while playing elite defense? Our supporting cast is solid, but is it championship caliber when we're going up against a super team? Rob Pelinka is going to have some serious decisions to make. Do we stand pat and believe in what we have? Do we make aggressive moves to add another star-level player? Do we go all in on this season, knowing that our window might be closing faster than we thought? The pressure just intensified exponentially. We're not just competing with the Nuggets, the Suns, and the Clippers anymore. We're now facing a Warriors team that just became the prohibitive favorite to win the Western Conference. Let's talk about the matchup implications. When we face Golden State now, it's going to be a completely different challenge. Defensively, how do we handle Giannis? Anthony Davis is one of the few players in the league with the size and athleticism to bother him. But can AD guard him for an entire playoff series while also carrying our offensive load? Do we need to add another big body just to have a chance in that matchup? Offensively, how do we attack a defense that now has Giannis protecting the rim and Draymond? Green orchestrating everything? Our penetration game, which has been so effective with Luka and LeBron breaking down defenses, just got significantly more difficult. The three-point math also changes dramatically. Golden State has always been able to shoot you out of the gym. Now they can also dominate you in the paint. They can beat you in multiple ways. They don't have to rely solely on the three ball anymore. If the shots aren't falling, they can throw it to Giannis and let him go to work. That versatility is what makes championship teams. That's what we had when we won it all. That's what we need to find a way to match. There's also the psychological aspect to consider. The Warriors just sent a message to the entire league. They're not rebuilding. They're not in a transition phase. They're all in on winning championships right now. That kind of bold move energizes a franchise. It creates momentum. It attracts other players who want to be part of something special. We've been the glamour franchise. We've been the team that big-name free agents dream about joining. But now, Golden State has that same appeal. They have two of the biggest names in basketball. They have a proven winning culture. They have a coach in Steve Kerr who knows how to manage superstars. So, where does this leave us? It leaves us at a crossroads. We can either accept that the Warriors just raised the stakes and respond accordingly, or we can convince ourselves that what we have is enough and hope for the best. I'm not a hope for the best kind of person. I'm a Lakers fan. I expect championships. I expect our front office to be aggressive. I expect us to match the intensity of our competition. And right now, our competition just got significantly more intense. Here's what I think needs to happen. First, we need to have honest conversations about our roster construction. Are we too reliant on LeBron and Luka? Do we have enough defensive versatility to handle multiple styles of play? Can we survive a 7-game series against an elite opponent if one of our stars has an off night? Second, we need to explore every possible avenue for upgrading our talent. That doesn't necessarily mean making a panic move, but it means being active. It means having conversations. It means understanding what's available and what it would cost. Third, we need to maximize what we already have. Our coaching staff needs to develop schemes specifically designed to attack Golden State's new look. Our players need to elevate their games. Our role players need to understand that their contributions just became even more critical. The reality is that the Warriors confirming Giannis changes the entire calculus of the Western Conference. It creates a new measuring stick. It forces every contending team to look in the mirror and ask if they're good enough. For the Lakers, that question is particularly urgent because our championship window, while still open, is not infinite. LeBron isn't getting younger. Luka is in his prime, but we can't waste these years. We need to capitalize on this opportunity while we have it. I also want to address the elephant in the room. Some people are going to say that super teams don't always work. They'll point to Brooklyn. They'll point to other failed experiments, and they're not wrong. Chemistry matters. Fit matters. But here's the difference. The Warriors have a proven infrastructure. They have a system that's won multiple championships. They have a coach who's been through it all. They're not starting from scratch. They're adding an elite talent to an already functional winning machine. That's very different from throwing together a bunch of stars and hoping it works. For Lakers Nation, this is a wake-up call. We can't coast on reputation. We can't assume that having LeBron and Luka is enough. We have to be better. We have to be smarter. We have to be more aggressive. The Warriors just showed us what's possible when you're willing to make a bold move. Now it's our turn to respond. Rob Pelinka, I know you're listening. I know you understand the urgency. I know you're working on solutions. But understand this. Lakers fans expect excellence. We expect championships. And we expect you to do whatever it takes to give us a chance to compete for them. Now I want to hear from you. How do you feel about the Warriors acquiring Giannis? Does this change your confidence in our ability to win a championship this season? What moves should the Lakers make in response? Do we need to add another star, or do we trust in what we already have? Drop your comments below because this is the kind of discussion that defines championship pursuits. This is the kind of conversation that separates contenders from pretenders. If you want to stay on top of every development, every trade possibility, every strategic move the Lakers make in response to this seismic shift, you need to subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report right now. Hit that like button, smash the notification bell, and join a community of passionate Lakers fans who demand the best. We're here every single day bringing you the analysis, the insights, and the truth about our team. Don't get left behind. I'll see you in the next one. Lakers Nation, let's go.